Hi guys, so it's me, Tartarus Queen Dragoness. Okay, now here's the thing about this video, okay? Um, it's not to excuse what I said or make excuses for what I said on Monday's video. Okay? Let's just put it out all on the table, okay? I said what I said. Was it communicated very well? Probably not. Okay, let's just be for real here, people. Okay, was that video communicated very well? No, it wasn't. Could I have done better? Sure, I have. I could have. Okay? Now, as many of you guys don't know, about a few years ago, maybe about 2, 3, I don't know, somebody sometime during the whole Genshin, controversy kind of thing, so on and so forth. I put out a video saying that what it's like living with attention deficit disorder. And yeah, um it was talking about that sort of scenario. But the thing is that I had shown my parents the two tests that I did on the freaking internet. Um Especially my mother, okay? Now, all of you who have watched Monday's video probably thought that I was mental for saying the shit that I said. And to a certain extent, yes. Yes, I am actually mental. I actually have a psychological disorder. I know, surprise. I actually have a psychological disorder, which might have made Monday's video kind of very, very, very cringe. So, for the longest time, I had believed I had attention deficit disorder. Until that time, that about 3 weeks ago, as to the recording of this video, I had a falling out with my mother. And it was at that point in time where she saw the two tests that I had taken, one for the attention deficit disorder, the other for the autism. And my mother had suspected for the longest time that I didn't have attention deficit disorder. I was one of millions of Americans, millennials, mind you. I'm 41 years old. Guess what? Yeah, I'm an old hag. Hi guys, I'm a hag. I'm 41 years old and I'm a freaking VTuber. Guess who's 40 plus and a VTuber? A few hundred, maybe a couple of hundred like other VTubers I've seen on Twitter. Yeah, you think the youngins are the only ones who are like VTubers nowadays? There's some pretty old VTubers out there. Not gonna lie. I'm actually being followed by one of them. She's over 40 years old. But yeah, in any case, I showed her the tests. I showed her both tests. And to be fair, I haven't yet gotten tested for this. Okay, I've been tested a long time ago when I was about 40 years old, or like 40 in the 90s basically. And I had actually gotten therapy for communication and all this other stuff back in those days. But even though that I was getting therapy at that young age, I think it was like about 8 or 9 years old when I was getting therapy for that. Um, my mother has suspected for the longest time that I had something else going on. It wasn't attention deficit disorder. That is the one thing that she noticed that wasn't true. Right? Because I didn't express the normal symptoms of a person with attention deficit disorder back then. So, my mother recently saw the two tests, and she actually confirmed I'm more along the artistic side. Okay? Now, that comes with a few caveats. A few caveats. And I'm going to suspect that the people who made a comment, who went in the comment section, probably think that I don't have any friends. And to be quite fair, I haven't had a single fucking friend since 2002. Okay? That was around the time when George W. Bush made it completely okay for Americans to be racist to Muslims. Go figure. So at that point in time, my friend Spedran, and I talked about this on stream, but I've never actually put this in a video. My friend Sped ran through his college education and fled the fucking country. Ever since then, I haven't even had an actual friend. Since that time. We didn't have a falling out, we just grew distant from one another. Later on, I did get into a relationship with a crazy woman, right? And she was a pretty crazy control freak. I'm not gonna tell you. She had a mental, I guess, disability at that point in time. I didn't think of anything of it. Because she looked normal, she behaved normal. So I was like, okay. But she was a crazy, manipulative, lying bitch. Okay? Her parents even told me about this. And for 9 years, I had been in complete denial because that was my very first relationship ever. Ever in my lifetime. And she controlled who I could be friends with. Right? She manipulated me, she controlled me, she did everything that could possibly be done to me, so that, you know, I just was like always kept a watched eye from her. Until that was I guess 2 days before Thanksgiving, right? It was about 2 days before Thanksgiving. Yeah. Thanks, you crazy hag. You had to dump me on one of the special holidays and lie to my face. When you cheated on me for God knows how long. Yeah, guys, she was cheating on me. And I was too naive to even notice that she wasn't just cheating on me with this one guy. She was cheating on me with multiple guys. And guess what? You want to know the reason why she was cheating on me? Because she wanted to get pregnant. Yeah, that was her biggest reason. Her parents told me that she was a complete nut job. My parents found out she was a complete nut job. But I was too involved with everything. I thought, you know, I was supposed to be loyal and be in a relationship, which I was pretty much taught that was the thing. Foregoing everything, foregoing self-respect, foregoing everything about what it is to be me. And just like become in a relationship. Now, granted, all of this is gonna make sense once you guys figure this out. With this whole not having a friend thing for 20 years, okay? 20 plus years. After I got out of the relationship, since then, I haven't even been in a relationship with anybody. Not only within a friend relationship, but also in a relationship with another human being that could be my lifelong partner. Who knows? Because at that point in time, I have gained such a insurmountable of distrust towards people. Because that relationship literally, nearly killed me. I went into that relationship weighing almost 200 pounds. I came out of that weighing 97 pounds. I was a 5'8" male weighing 97 fucking pounds after I got out of the relationship. And I was scared shitless getting into a relationship, whether it be friends or whether it be lifelong partners with anybody else. On top of that, learning about the fact that I have, well, autism. Go figure. So, to answer your guys' question, have I actually had a friend? No. Is this a very sad reality? Sure. How come I haven't even gotten crazy? God only knows. Literally, God only knows why I haven't even lost my goddamn mind. With anybody else, they would have actually lost their fucking minds. And maybe had like a, I don't know, went full scale commando, like, not commando, I'm sorry, full scale Rambo, and started doing it like mass shootings all over the freaking place. I could have done that. But I had therapy. And now my sanity is sort of back. Let's be for real. It's been sort of back. And so, you know, I started this whole YouTube thing. I guess you could say to try to get any kind of like relationship with other people. Not romantically, by the way. Okay, not romantically. Because honestly, at this point in time, that's like literally thrown out the window at this point in time. At least get into some kind of friendly relationship. Has it been difficult? Yeah, it has. Okay, it literally has. And it's still racking my brain to this day. To be quite honest with you, I really feel disgusted having a psychological disorder on top of the fact that, well, I've been through hell and back. Well, with a relationship. Yeah, you think Tecto's relationships were bad? Yeah, not really. 7 fucking years. And the people at work that listen to that story is like, how the fuck did you even last that 7 bloody years with a crazy person? Anybody would have got mental. Yes, I have literally told people at my job. They think I was just God forsaken, out of my fucking mind. So yeah, that's the thing. So y'all guys can say what you want to say with my Monday's video. This explains a lot. Do I deserve any kind of pity points? No, I don't. For anything that I said. On Monday's on Monday's video. Okay, I said what I said. It came out pretty much wrong. And well, that's it. So, am I taking therapy for this? No, I'm not. This is my therapy, basically. The insurance that I have at my job, because as far as anybody is concerned, if y'all guys want to know, I actually work for a burger joint. I have insurance from a burger joint. Which means it's not enough money for the insurance to cover for what I need to have done so I can actually A, communicate better, and B, probably become a better friend. So do I deserve any kind of criticism that I had in that video? Absolutely. But yeah, just thought you guys want to know that. It's hard. Is it very depressing? Yeah, sure. It's very depressing. You guys have any idea how many times I cry off of stream? Off this camera? I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but I do. Because it will drive anybody crazy. It would drive anybody more depressed than ever. It would drive anybody insane for somebody who's been alone for 20 years. Oh, but you're saying, oh, but I've been in a relationship. That was no relationship. I was alone. Literally alone. So, yeah. I've been exposed. Congratulations. You guys can have some brownie points off of that. Requiescat de Bachin. Have a good one.